Hello friends and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and things happening in my real life. Today I have an update for the project Same Pan Last Year, which is a Pantastic Ladies collab group project, so stay tuned. This project was created by Shelly here on YouTube at Unapologetically Shelly. I hope she's doing well. Haven't heard from her lately. And the thumbnail for this project was created by my friend Deb B, also here on YouTube, and both will be linked down in the description. It is a project that runs from January 8th to December 8th. Is all about the holidays and celebrations that happen throughout the year, mostly American, but there are some international ones. And yeah, she compiled the list, made prompts for all of them, and then this year went and made additional ones for all the fun holidays that people like to celebrate throughout the year. So that is what it is. The way I am doing this, her guidelines are do whatever you need to make it work and have fun. I am bringing in 6 prompts each month, no matter how many I finish, which means it's getting to be a lot of prompts because I'm not finishing a lot. But I'm bringing in 5 off the regular list of holidays and 1 of the special holidays. So let's go ahead and get into what I'm working on. I do have a couple rollouts today and what I'm going to be bringing in. So first, started with the beginning of the year for New Year's Day on January 1st, you were to bring in something new. At that time, it was from China Glaze. I just picked up some nail polishes from Beyond Polish, and I got this one from China Glaze. Yeah, I thought I said that wrong. This is called Keep It Realm. It is part of an extraterrestrial collection from a couple years ago. Anyway, I am wearing it today. It is those 2 middle fingers there. It is a deep blackened blue base with a red shimmer, so it turns into purple. I have a swatch stick of it here somewhere. Here we go. There it is on a swatch stick, no top coat, and there it is on my fingers with top coat. And my goal was to use this, after talking about it for 5 minutes, my goal was to use it twice, and this is my second time using it, so it is rolling out of the project. Yay! I finally met a goal! Alright, the next prompt was for birthday that I brought in. And birthday, because January is my birthday month, and so it is anything you got for your birthday. I decided to bring in my birthday gift from Sephora from last year, and part of that was an Ilia set, and this is the Ilia multi-stick in At Last, and it is just a beautiful pink. I will give you a little swatch of it. I wear it as a cream blush. I smudged it out a little bit, that's why you can't see it very well. Anyway, I use this as a cream blush. I put it on underneath my foundation or on top, depending on what kind of foundation I'm wearing. I am wearing it today underneath my foundation, topped with another blush. My goal is to use half of what is in here, and I was able to make some progress last month, but this month I only used it 3 times, so no progress to be made. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on working on it, and eventually, you know, there'll be more progress. I am working on that because it's the only cream blush in my collection. I'm not a big fan of cream products, but you know, hey, this hair is doing something funky. Okay. Next is for presents, and because, you know, birthdays and presents and gifts, that is something you received as a gift, and I just had it a second ago. What did I do with it? There it is. It's in my notebook. I brought in, it is something you got as a gift, and I brought in a single from Lunar Beauty that I received as a gift from Allie at Wonder and Alleyland. And this is it here. It is a Lunar Beauty single from the Advent calendar from 2021 or 2022. It is shade number 9. My goal was to use it 5 times. At the last update, I used it 4. I did use it one more time this month. I do not like the formula. It goes on great, but then soon fades, and I'm left with glitter and yeah, the background. So that is a swatch of it. And even with glitter glue, eye primer, all that, once I put it on and it's on there for a little while, it separates, and then I'm ended up with like a gray background and gold glitter, goldish glitter all over. So I did meet my goal for that, and it is rolling out, and it is also being decluttered because I have no way to, work with it. And I don't know if you can see it. I just wiped it off there, but as I wipe it off here, you can see how it separates into all the glitter. That is what it does on my eyeballs. So yes, it looks pretty in a swatch, but there's no way to keep it looking like that. It separates. And yeah, so I finally finished that, and it is rolling out and being decluttered from my collection. All right, the next prompt. I'm making progress suddenly. I've rolled out two out of 3 things. And the next one is a rollout as well. This is for Black History Month, and that is something from a Black-owned makeup brand or beauty brand. I brought in the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie in travel size in a squeeze tube. I cut my squeeze tube open and put it into containers. I had 2 of these. The other one I finished. My goal was to use the product 10 times. At the last update, I had 9 uses, so I used it one more time. I've used it a couple times since then, actually. And I think the other jar had just, like a quarter of a jar. I finished that. I can't find the empty jar to show you. This is what is left of the product, and I am working on it. It is just it's a really thick product, and I only need a little bit. So, but I met my goal. I used it 10 times, and it is rolling out of the project. I'm going to continue to use it because I really enjoy it, except for this one strand of hair that decided to go straight today. Maybe I didn't get product on that one. Anyway, moving on. I'm rambly. The next prompt is for Groundhog Day, and that was February 1st. By the way, Black History Month was February. And so Groundhog Day, anything you repeat purchase or are doomed to pan forever. I brought in a face palette because face palettes forever, and I only have one, so that's why. This is Totally Plastic face palette from BH Cosmetics, or the Totally Snatched face palette. I don't know. The front says Totally Plastic. The back says Totally Snatched. Who knows? Anyway, my goal is to use this 20 times. At the last update, I used it 4. I mainly use this shade, but I have been a couple times using this shade for bronzer, and occasionally I dip into the other ones for whatever I need it. So I'd used it 4 times. Over the last month, I've used it 8, bringing me to 12 uses out of 20. So I have 8 more uses left to go. I didn't calculate that beforehand, so on the fly math, and am I wrong? Let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's right. So I have 8 more uses left to go on that. The next prompt I brought in was for Chinese New Year, and that was February 10th. And that is something that is related to the Chinese zodiac. I brought in something for the year of dragon, which is this year. And I went with a nail polish from Dragon Sworn Cosmetics. Is it going to focus? Hopefully you can read that. It says Dragon Sworn Cosmetics. It is the shade Percy. It is a nail polish. Excuse me. My Fitbit thinks I reached a milestone by walking, and I'm sitting. So, who knows. Anyway, my goal is to wear that twice, and I have worn it once so far. Here is a swatch of it. It's a beautiful metallic bluish silver with white glitters in it. And yep, 1 more use left to go for that. I'm kind of separating my items on my desk from what's complete and what's not, and I'm running out of room. There's just too much stuff here. Okay, moving on. Anyway, the next prompt I brought in was for Valentine's Day, and that was something that is pink or red or heart themed or something. I didn't bring the original packaging. Let me get that really quick. Okay, I'm back. I brought in this guy. This is the Frank Body original coffee scrub, because guess what? In a minute you'll be naked. And it's pinkish. It's got a heart on it. It talks about getting naked. Valentine's Day for me. So I decanted some of it into a jar and I used it. I have one use. My goal is to finish it, but I've used it one time and I really enjoyed it, actually. It was quite invigorating. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it and hopefully I'll finish it. There's still quite a bit in here, but it still smells good. It's not, funky in any way I can tell. So this is easier to manage than the big bag, and I will just scoop some and keep using it, and I really enjoyed it. So making progress, but staying in. The next item is also making progress, but still staying in. It is for St. Patrick's Day, which was March 17th. And for that is a green item, a small item, or a pot of gold. I went with small green item. This is a single eyeshadow from Medusa's Makeup. It is their baked eyeshadow in the shade Envy. And that is what that looks like. I will give you a swatch of it. My goal is to wear it 5 times. There it is. And so far I've worn it twice. So I have 3 more uses left to go. I haven't been doing a lot of green, but I plan on doing more. It gets used. Last time I wore it, I combined it with the Lunar Beauty single, and it turned out okay. I also combined it with a Natasha Denona, which we'll talk about in a minute. But yes, 2 out of 5 uses on that, and 3 more uses left to go, so it is staying in. And speaking of green, the next is for Easter, and that was March 31st, and that is a pastel item. So I brought in a pastel nail polish, which is green, and this is from Paparazzi. It is in the shade Mint for More. There's a swatch of it there. And my goal is, again, to wear it 2 times, and so far I've worn it once. I've been doing really good on manicures, sort of. So I have 1 of 2 uses, and that is staying in, so 1 more use to go. Next page. Next page is for April Fool's Day, and that is something you feel like a fool for buying. So I brought in this candle from, I don't even know who it's from, Colonial Candle Company of Cape Cod. It is warm woods. I did buy it in the fall. And it was a 3-scented candle. Anyway, it's a really poorly manufactured candle, in my opinion. 2 wicks, and it didn't burn evenly. I have chiseled out all the extra. I do have some aluminum foil. Somebody gave me some. I'm going to try wrapping around this, but my goal for this is to burn through. I thought it said burn too. Burn through the orange section here. I have not done anything with it. It smells really good, but I have not burned it because it is a fall scent, and it is summer now. So yeah, it's gonna be sticking around for a little while. The next prompt, as I bend over and put something on the floor because there are too many things on my desk and not enough room. All right, the next prompt is for Earth Day, which was April 22nd, and that is something from an eco-friendly brand or clean beauty brand. I brought in a blush from The Balm from their Perseverance collection. Their Whirl Powder collection. This is the shade Perseverance. I am wearing it today. It is a single from Ipsy. It's a little bit pink. I just blended it into the green. Or, no, I guess I just went over a vein. Anyway, it's a little bit crumbly, but it still works fine. And there it is. There it is, very peachy orange with a shimmer in it. And yeah, I am wearing it today. Turned what I was going to do a cool look into a very warm look today. My goal is to use it 12 times. At last update I used it once. Over the last month I've used it twice, so I'm up to 3 uses. I have 9 more uses left to go. I'll get to it. I just suddenly realized I have a lot of blushes and projects, so I'm rotating through them. The next prompt was for Flower Day, which was March 21st. I was going to buy myself flowers, and then I decided that that is not in my budget, so I decided I was going to draw flowers, and I did. I did it last night. So, last minute. Here's my sketchbook, and I drew myself a gothic bouquet of flowers. I like Gerber daisies and roses. So we've got the daisies, and that's supposed to be a rose, and then there's another rose over here, and then some other things. The big one could be a sunflower, who knows. But that is my flowers, and yeah, so that is the goal met. I met a goal by drawing some flowers. I made it work. Now I have to find my place. Okay, that on the floor. Alright, that is the goal met. The next prompt was for April showers. Bring me flowers, and that is something floral. For that, I brought in my Dr. Teal's Floral Rose Bubble Bath. And I decanted it into this bottle, and I said I wanted to use this bottle's worth. I did take 2 baths. It's a little bit, it was in my bag upside down. But there's a little bit left right there, so I have maybe half a bath left. So we're going to keep working on it. We're going to, say it goes, but I did two baths with it, and it's quite lovely. Smells like roses. And yeah, 1 more bath left, and we'll call it good. The next prompt is for Cinco de Mayo, which was May 5th. And that is to use a 5-pan palette 5 times. So I brought in the only 5-pan palette I have in my collection, which is a DIY, this guy. It has these 4 Natasha Denona shades, that way, plus the Lunar Beauty shade, made 5. I've already taken that out. So this is my my eyebrow shade. That's what I use in my eyebrows every time I do my makeup. And then this shade is a dark brown metallic. I've called it bronze. I've used it 2 or 3 times. This one here is a light cool brown. I've called it fawn because I don't know any of the names of these shades, and I'm making up my own. So I've named this one fawn, and I've used quite a few times in my transition. And then this green shade is sort of a cream to powder formula. This is the one I used with Lunar Beauty and the Medusa's shade, and I don't particularly care for this formula, so I'm going to be decluttering this one, but I'll talk more about it in my Enjoy Your Eyeshadows, or Eyes, project pan. But my goal is to use this palette 5 times, and I did do that. I used it 5 times, so it is rolling out of this project. Okay, next was Mother's Day. I did not use that product at all. I brought in a blue eyeliner. I haven't used it, so that's that. Next is for Pride Month, which is June, next month. And that is you are to bring in something from a Pride collection or a rainbow-themed item. So I go with the rainbow-themed item in the Marvi Corn palette, which is from BH Cosmetics in collaboration with Marvin Magnificent. And this is what it looks like on the inside, beautiful rainbow palette. And my goal was to use the shade K-By, which is this one right here, this reddish copper. Looks red in the pan, it's copper. And hit pan in it. I am wearing it today over my entire lid with some other stuff in there. There is a really heavy swatch of it right there. It's sort of a orange and pink, kind of copper, kind of red. Really pretty color. I I have it today blended out with some other, applied lightly with some other colors on top, and then topped again with this. So anyway, I've used it twice, and my goal is to hit pan, and there's a good dip in there, but no pan yet. Hopefully, 2 or 3 more uses, and I should hit pan. We'll see. The next prompt is for blushing brides, because, June is like bridal season, I guess. Anyway, I brought in the Essence blush in the shade Believing. I haven't touched it, so no progress there. Then I had the last prompt I brought in last month was for April 19th, which was Banana Day. And I am going to draw a picture of bananas. And I know exactly what I'm going to draw, I just haven't done it yet. So stay tuned for that next month. All right, so that is everything I was currently working on. Now I'm going to bring in the 6 new products I'm bringing in. Next month I might not bring in anything. We'll see. But right now I'm bringing in 6 new products. So the first one is for National Best Friend Day, which is June 8th. And that is something that is from or reminds you of your best friend. I am going to bring in a nail polish because I rolled one out. Might as well bring a new one in, because that way I get to use them. This is one I just picked up. I visited my daughter and she got some nail polishes from a coworker. And so I got to go through them, and this is one of them. This is from Blackheart Beauty, and it is gray iridescent. I don't have a swatch of it yet, but I'll get a swatch of it for next month. And my goal is going to be to use this twice. I like gray and I like iridescent, so that'll be fun. The next prompt is for summer, something that reminds you of summer or you got last summer. So I just got this, but it does remind me of summer. It is another candle. This is from, what is this brand? Radiant Treasures. Oh, just opening it, it smells so lovely. And this is Lilac Blossom is the candle. I'm going to try and probably burn all of it. We'll see. I'll go for half, and then we'll see how I go. But I've already burned it once for 2 hours, and we got to there. So we made a little bit of progress. It looks like didn't quite burn evenly, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll continue burning. Anyway, this is Lilac Blossom. It smells delicious. I was really in the mood for a floral. Ugh, and it smells wonderful. I like lilacs. So, this is coming in to burn, like, half of it to start. We'll see how long that takes me. I did mark it. And I'll be burning it frequently because it's a nice smelling candle. All right, the next prompt is for Canada Day, and that is on July 1st. And for that, we are to bring in something red or white. I'm going with a little bit of both. I have this sample from YSL in the Rouge Philippe Candy Glaze Double Care Balm. It is a sample I believe I got from Allie at Wonder in Alleyland. It has 4 shades in here. I'm thinking I'm going to go for this red one. But they're just apparently tinted balms, which I thought they were lipsticks, but it says balm, so that should make them sheer colors. And so that way I can work on it. Anyway, my goal is to finish 1 shade, I said. Probably going to be this one. It comes with a little brush. It's just a teeny tiny little sample, so we'll see how that works out. It's been sitting around, and it's perfect fit for this because it's white and red. Moving on, the next prompt is for the 4th of July, and that is something from an indie brand. So I am going with Medusa's Makeup, because that is an indie makeup brand that I was supporting for a while. And I'm bringing in their Glam Rock eyeshadow in the shade Rhapsody. If I can open it. There we go. That is what it looks like. It is a deep metallic red burgundy shade. Brownish burgundy shade. There's what it looks like there. It's very brownish, but in the package to me that looks more burgundy. I didn't know. Anyway, I'm bringing that in for 5 uses. We'll see how that works for me. Okay, the next prompt I am bringing in is for sparklers, because that's related to 4th of July. And for that, I'm bringing in another nail polish. This is a glitter topper called Rooftop Party from H&M, and it is pink and silver glitter. And I'm bringing this in for 2 uses because it's sparkly. Oh yeah, that was a prompt, something sparkly or glittery. So I'm bringing in Rooftop Party. And finally, the last prompt I'm bringing in is the fun one, and it is for May 3rd, Paranormal Day, and I'm going to draw some ghosties. Don't know how, don't know in what way, but I decided to draw some ghosties, and that's what I wrote, ghosties, because that's the way my brain thinks. So yeah, that is everything for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do that while you're here. It really means a lot to me and shows me that you appreciate my content and lets YouTube know that you appreciate it and lets other people see it too. So hit the subscribe button and click that bell thing while you're there if you want to. It doesn't really matter to me either way. And until my next video, take care of yourselves. Stay true to you. And you'll see me next time I record a video. Bye! Too much stuff.